Hey guys, so this little quick little testimony time, okay? So this morning, y'all, I woke up and I checked my email, and I got an email from the federal student aid, like the student loan people, or whatever. And I got an email basically saying that I don't have to pay back any of my student loans. And remind y'all, I took out $100,000 in student loans, okay, $100,000. And I just thank God so much because it brought me back to 2010 when I was in high school. A prophet actually told me when I had went to church that Sunday, a prophet had told me that I wouldn't have to pay back any of these student loans. Remind y'all, my pastor wasn't preaching that day. There was a pastor that came in. He was visiting our church, and he was preaching that day. And he looked at me and he told me to stand up. And he was like, "You're going to be moving off to college really soon." He's like, "You're gonna be moving far away from home." And in my mind, I'm like, how does he know this? Like, how does he know I'm moving far away from home? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does he know that I'm not in 11th grade? How does he know that I'm about to be graduating soon? Like, there were so many thoughts in my mind. And then he told me, he was like, he looked at me, he was like, "You're not going to have to pay back any of those student loans." Y'all, remind y'all, in my mind, I'm thinking like, I ain't about to take out no student loan. What is he talking about? And yeah, he was basically like, "You're not going to have to pay back any of those student loans." Remind y'all, that was 13 years ago. 13 years ago, he prophesied that over my life. And then not only that, like, he spoke so much other stuff over my life that I just get excited about just thinking about, because it's like, I know that God is showing up in this season in my life, because if that came to pass, 13 years, that was 13 years ago, and it finally came into fruition 13 years later. God is so good. All I have to say is, whoever is waiting on God to do something in their life, I don't care what it is, be patient. Keep praying, keep worshiping, y'all, because God is going to show up and show out. Not only that, y'all, let me tell y'all a quick little backstory. So I had went to church that Sunday. That Saturday, I was in the shower praying to God. And I was like, "God, if you want me to move to LA, I was like, please show me a sign you want me to move out here," because I acknowledge God in all of my ways, y'all. I was so desperate to seek him, and I wanted to know that I was like doing the right thing moving out here. And y'all, I was like worshiping in the shower, and the Holy Spirit literally like took over me in the shower, y'all. That was my first time ever speaking tongues. Like, that Saturday, the Holy Spirit took over me in the shower, and I was just crying and just like weeping to God, asking him to show me signs. I was speaking over my future, speaking and just praying that I just become this successful woman, and the woman that he created me to become, and what's my purpose, just praying about my purpose. And y'all, that Sunday, that prophet literally stood me up, and he told me I won't have to pay back none of those student loans, and he spoke over my future. So y'all, please go to part 2, because I just really feel like y'all need to hear this for some reason. Just go to part 2.